Yeah, okay. Good morning to one and all. Today I will be presenting on the management of irregular corneal astigmatism using mini-scleral lenses. The primary objective of my study is number of visits taken for the correct fit of the lenses, their complications, and patient satisfaction using a questionnaire. The secondary objective is the improvement of visual acuity after these lenses were fit. Material and methods. This was a prospective interventional study, and after obtaining clearance from the Ethical and Scientific Committee, informed consent was obtained from the participants. And those patients with corneal ectasias, post-keratoplasty, and post-refractive surgery ectasias were included in the study, and those with ocular surface disorders, patients requiring surgical treatment, and those who had media opacities in the visual axis were excluded from the study. Detailed ophthalmological examination was carried out, including the corneal topography with pentacam, and after the diagnosing of corneal irregular astigmatism, patients were given mini-scleral lenses. Macasphere mini-scleral lens trial set was used, and the material of the lens was fluorosilicon acrylate. This is a picture of the trial set of the lens. There were two trial sets consisting of 13 lenses each, and the diameter of the lens was 16 millimeters. So how the first trial lens was selected was based on the different corneal profiles, whether the cornea was flat, steep, or normal, and then the central and the peripheral fit were assessed. For the central fit, the fluorescein stained tear reservoir was checked, and the thickness should have been at least 300 microns. And in the peripheral zone, the landing and impingement was checked. There shouldn't be severe edge lift or there shouldn't be blanching due to the impingement. So first patient examination was done, then the first trial lens was selected and the fitting was evaluated. That is the central and the peripheral. Centrally, the tear reservoir was checked. If it was less, the base curve of the lens was steepened. If it was high, the base curve was flattened. In the peripheral lens landing, the movement was checked for. So if there was movement, the landing zone was reduced. If there was impingement, there was increased the landing zone. So after both central and peripheral fittings were acceptable, over the lens refraction was done, and then the conjunctival staining was checked for. No stain on the conjunctiva means it is an acceptable fit. The converted power was added to the trial lens power and the order was placed. A full day trial was done and the number of visits taken to achieve the correct fit was recorded. Then a contact lens impact on quality of life questionnaire was used, which was given to the patient on day 1 month, and 6 months. This indicated the patient satisfaction. The mean comfortable wear time, best corrected visual acuity, and any complications were recorded during the follow-up period of 6 months. Coming to the results, this study included 32 eyes of 24 patients, and the age of the patients ranged from 18 to 49 years. 69% were male and 31% was female. And the major indication in this study, 69% was keratoconus. Out of the keratoconus, 23% had apical scar and 17 eyes had no apical scar. So the number of visits taken to achieve the correct fit in majority of the cases, that is 75%, was 2 visits, and 3 eyes took 1 visit and 5 eyes 3 visits. So the association between the mean baseline best corrected visual acuity and number of visits was statistically significant with a p-value of less than 0.05. The association between the average central keratometry and number of visits were also found to be statistically significant. Higher the keratometry values increases the number of visits. The mean baseline best corrected visual acuity was approximately 0.50 logmar, and with mini-scleral lens, it improved to 0.14, which was also statistically significant. So 85% of the patients had no complications, 6% had allergic conjunctivitis, 6% had tight fit, and 3% had tight fit after 1 month. All these when treated resolved and they could continue wearing the lenses. The improvement in mean click raw score and click person measure according to the questionnaire between day 1 month, and 6 months of follow-up was also statistically significant. And this shows the click raw score and click person measure gradually increased from day 1 to 6 months in these patients. There is positive correlation between the total score obtained on day 1 and at the end of 6 months, which was also statistically significant. Coming to the discussion, multiple modes of visual rehabilitation have been proposed in corneal ectasias causing irregular astigmatism. Mini-scleral contact lenses seem to be one of the effective options. They correct residual emmetropia, high-order aberrations, and they provide adequate tear lens, masking the corneal surface irregularities. So how is this lens different? The landing zone is less than 1.5 mm and they are thinner, so greater lens rigidity. They have lower corneal clearance, which increases the oxygen delivery. They have reduced limbal clearance, so better lens centration, and reduced mass and less movement, which makes it more tolerable. This is a picture of the mini-scleral lens, which was used in my study. That is, there was an aspheric peripheral zone and different edge lifts were present. So the number of visits in our study was similar to previous studies on scleral lenses and corneal rigid gas permeable lenses. So fitting these mini scleral lenses does not increase the number of visits compared with other types of scleral lenses or corneal rigid gas permeable lenses. In our study, 85% of the eyes had no complications, which was similar to the previous studies, and all patients expressed handling difficulties on day 1, but they were comfortable handling the lenses at the end of 3 months. The average total score obtained using the questionnaire on day 1 and at the end of 6 months showed a positive correlation, which was statistically significant. And even patients with higher keratometry values could also be fit with these mini scleral lenses. This indicates that they are feasible option for higher keratometry values. Conclusion, mini scleral lens can be used in irregular corneal astigmatism for visual rehabilitation, and patient satisfaction was obtained. Keratometry values played a significant role in determining the number of visits. Limitations were smaller sample size and short-term follow-up. These were my references. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah, that's a good study. And do the judges have any comments? Dr. Deepshika, Dr. Pant?
No, this is conducted very well. The sample size needs more, and the cost, like what is the cost to the patient in comparison to the rose scale?
Yes, ma'am. Cost was high, but that is why when we chose the patients, we counsel them before, and if they were affordable only, we give. Actually, the cost was 40,000.
That is the limitation to use for.
Yes, ma'am. That is why we selected only those patients who were affordable, and we counsel them and chose such patients only who were affordable.
Thank you. Good presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are they manufactured here? Are these Indian lenses or imported lenses?
Yes. So these were in Delhi, from New Delhi.
Okay.
Mecasphere companies. So.
Okay. Why do they cost so much?
Sir, actually, why do they cost? Because of the peripheral, they have multiple curves, sir. So because to make them asphericity and their, so they cost.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay, good.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Pant, you are please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you?
Dr. Pant, your mic is muted.
I'm. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because I just want to answer your question. Last AIOS, I had been for this course at Dr. Monica Chaudhary. So most of the lenses are manufactured outside India. So that is why it is so costly.
Okay.
And I heard nowadays LBP is also preparing the
manufacturing them. Yeah,
manufacturing it.
Lenses.
So we have to know it regarding that. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
Thank you.